It was a Wednesday, ordinary in every way, until it wasn't. The air hung heavy with the scent of her perfume as I walked into our bedroom. Her phone lay on the nightstand, screen glowing with an incoming message. My name flashed across it. "Honey, your phone," I began, reaching for it. But something stopped me. A gut feeling. I glanced at the preview. The words hit me like a physical blow. "Can't wait to see you again tonight. You were amazing. XOXO." My heart stuttered, then pounded in my ears. The world blurred at the edges. This had to be a mistake, a cruel joke. This wasn't happening. Denial, swift and absolute, washed over me. This wasn't my life. This wasn't us. The phone slipped from my grasp, clattering onto the floor. The sound echoed in the silent room, a stark contrast to the chaos erupting in my mind. It was as if the phone, now lying lifeless on the ground, symbolized the shattering of my world. The sound cut through the fog in my brain, yanking me back to reality. A reality that felt more like a twisted nightmare. My heart pounded in my chest, each beat a painful reminder of the betrayal I had just uncovered. A reality where my wife, the woman I loved, the woman I had built a life with, was sending clandestine messages dripping with forbidden desire. Each word on the screen was a dagger to my heart, each message a testament to the lies that had been woven into the fabric of our lives. My stomach churned, a nauseating mix of betrayal and disbelief. It felt as though the ground beneath me was shifting, making it impossible to find my footing. The room seemed to spin, and I clutched my stomach, trying to steady myself. How could this be happening? How could the person I trusted most in the world be capable of such deceit? My mind was a whirlwind of questions, each one more painful than the last. My mind raced, desperately searching for an explanation, a loophole, anything to make this nightmare go away. I paced back and forth, my thoughts a tangled mess of confusion and hurt. I wanted to scream, to cry, to do anything to release the torrent of emotions that threatened to consume me. We were happy, weren't we? I replayed moments in my mind, trying to pinpoint when things had gone wrong. The laughter, the shared dreams, the intimate moments. Were they all a lie? Or had something changed along the way, something I had been too blind to see? Doubts crept in like poisonous vines, choking the memories of shared laughter and whispered promises. Each doubt was a thorn, pricking at the fragile remnants of trust I still clung to. The life we had built together now seemed like a fragile structure, overtaken by the relentless growth of mistrust and betrayal. The life we had built, the future we envisioned, it all crumbled around me, leaving me gasping for air in the suffocating dust. The room, once a sanctuary of love and comfort, now felt like a prison, its walls closing in on me. I sat amidst the chaos, my head in my hands, overwhelmed by the weight of it all. The dreams we had shared, the plans we had made, they all seemed so distant now, like echoes of a past that no longer existed. I reached for the photo album on the shelf, flipping through the pages filled with memories of happier times. Each photograph was a stark reminder of what we once had and what we had lost. The smiles, the joy, the love, it all felt so real, so tangible. But now it was tainted by the knowledge of her betrayal. A tear rolled down my cheek as I stared out of the window, the world outside continuing on as if nothing had changed. But for me, everything had changed. The future I had envisioned was now uncertain, the foundation of my life shaken to its core. I took a deep breath, trying to steady myself. I knew I had to confront her, to seek the truth, no matter how painful it might be. The road ahead was uncertain, filled with challenges and heartache, but I had to face it, to find a way to rebuild my life from the ashes of this betrayal. With a heavy heart, I took the first step towards that uncertain future. Each step was a reminder of the strength I needed to find within myself, the resilience to move forward despite the pain. The journey ahead would be long and difficult, but I was determined to find my way, to reclaim my life and my sense of self. As the sun began to rise, casting a warm glow over the city, I felt a glimmer of hope. A new day was dawning, and with it the possibility of healing and renewal. The path ahead was still shrouded in uncertainty, but I was ready to face it, one step at a time. Days blurred into nights, an endless cycle of darkness and light that offered no solace. Each passing hour felt like an eternity, a relentless march of time that only deepened my despair. Sleep, when it came, offered no escape. It was a fleeting visitor, slipping through my grasp, just as I began to find some semblance of peace. The nights were long and torturous, filled with restless tossing and turning, my mind a battlefield of unresolved emotions. My dreams were haunted by images of her with another, their laughter echoing through the corridors of my subconscious. These visions were distorted and surreal, yet painfully vivid, a cruel reminder of the love that had been stolen from me. Awake, I was a ghost, drifting through our home, each room a silent testament to our shattered love. The walls, once filled with warmth and joy, now seemed cold and unwelcoming. Every corner held a memory, a fragment of a life that had been torn apart. The scent of her perfume, once intoxicating, now choked me. It lingered in the air, a ghostly presence that refused to be banished. Each breath was a painful reminder of her absence, a cruel twist of fate that left me gasping for air. The sound of her laughter in my memories, once music to my ears, now a searing reminder of her betrayal. It echoed in my mind, a haunting melody that played on repeat, each note a dagger to my heart. I scoured my memories, searching for answers, for signs, for anything that could have prepared me for this earth-shattering blow. I pored over old photographs, read and reread messages, trying to piece together the puzzle of our disintegrated love. Had I been blind, or had I simply chosen not to see? The questions gnawed at me, each one a thorn in my side. I stared into the mirror, searching for answers in my own reflection, but all I found was a stranger staring back at me. The questions circled endlessly, vultures picking at the carcass of my love, leaving behind only hollow bones and the stench of deceit. My heart, once full of life and love, now lay in ruins, a barren wasteland where hope had withered and died. The desert of lies stretched out before me, an unforgiving landscape that offered no refuge, no escape from the pain that consumed me. Yet amidst the desolation, a flicker of determination sparked within me. I knew I had to keep moving, to search for answers, to find a way out of this desert of lies. The journey would be long and arduous, but I was resolved to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. And so, I pressed on step by painful step through the barren landscape. Along the way I found small signs of hope, tiny blossoms of truth that gave me the strength to continue. Each discovery, no matter how small, was a victory, a beacon of light in the darkness. As the sun began to rise over the horizon, casting its golden light over the desert, I felt a glimmer of hope. The journey was far from over, but I knew that with each step, I was closer to finding the answers I sought. The desert of lies was vast and unforgiving, but I was determined to navigate its treacherous terrain and emerge on the other side, stronger and wiser for the journey. The words caught in my throat, choked by the raw emotions that threatened to consume me. Anger, betrayal, hurt, a love so profound it physically ached. She sat across from me, her eyes downcast, her silence a deafening admission of guilt. "How could you?" I finally choked out, the words sandpaper rough against my raw throat. Denials tumbled from her lips, each one a fresh wound to my already ravaged heart. Excuses, justifications, blame shifted like sand, but none could bury the truth. The pain in her eyes was a mirror to my own, reflecting the devastation we both felt. But her pain was laced with guilt, with the shame of her actions. Mine was the pure, agonizing pain of the betrayed. The days after the confrontation were a blur of numbness and raw, visceral pain. The life we had built together lay in ruins around me, and I was left to sift through the wreckage, unsure of what to salvage, what to discard. Sleep offered no escape, haunted by nightmares and the suffocating weight of her betrayal. Food tasted like ash in my mouth, every bite a Herculean effort. Friends and family reached out, their concern and love a lifeline in the storm. Their words, though well-intentioned, often rang hollow, unable to penetrate the depths of my despair. How could they possibly understand the pain of having your heart ripped out and stomped on by the one person you trusted above all others? The road ahead is long and arduous, fraught with emotional landmines. Each step forward feels like a battle against the weight of my own heartache, a journey through a landscape that is both beautiful and treacherous. The path is not straight, it twists and turns, leading me through dark valleys and over steep hills. There are moments when the way forward seems impossible, when the shadows of doubt and despair loom large, threatening to swallow me whole. In these moments of solitude, the temptation to wallow in the mire of my pain is ever present. The darkness whispers to me, urging me to give in, to let the sorrow consume me. It would be so easy to succumb, to let the grief take over and drown in the sea of my own tears. But I know that this is not the way forward. I must find the strength to rise above, to seek out the light even in the darkest of times. But amidst the wreckage, a flicker of hope persists. It is a small, fragile thing, like a candle flame in the wind, or a tiny plant pushing its way through the cracks in the pavement. This hope is my lifeline, a reminder that even in the midst of devastation, there is the potential for new growth, for renewal. It is the promise that the pain will not last forever, that there is a future beyond the suffering. The hope that one day I will emerge from this crucible, not unscathed but stronger, wiser, and more resilient than I ever thought possible. I envision myself standing at the top of a hill, arms raised in triumph, or watching a sunrise over a calm ocean, feeling a sense of peace and accomplishment. This vision gives me the courage to keep going, to face each day with determination and resolve. The pain will always be a part of me, a scar etched on my soul, a reminder of the love lost and the lessons learned. These scars are not something to be ashamed of. They are a testament to my journey, to the battles I have fought and the strength I have found within myself. As I look at old photographs, I see not just the moments of joy, but also the moments of sorrow, and I honor them both as integral parts of my story, a reminder of the love lost and the lessons learned. The wilted flower and the torn photograph symbolize the end of one chapter, but they also signify the beginning of another. From the ashes of what was, something new can emerge. The love that was lost has taught me about the depths of my own heart, about the capacity for both joy and pain. These lessons are invaluable, shaping me into the person I am becoming, but it will no longer define me. I am not just the sum of my past experiences, I am a constantly evolving being capable of growth and transformation. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, I am reborn, stronger and more resilient. Each step I take down the street is a testament to my newfound confidence, to my ability to move forward with purpose and grace. I choose to forgive, not for her, but for me. Forgiveness is not about condoning the hurt that was caused. It is about freeing myself from the chains of bitterness and resentment. As I meditate in a serene environment, I find the peace within myself to let go of the rope that binds me to the past. This act of release is a gift to myself, a way to reclaim my power and my peace of mind, to release the bitterness, the anger, the resentment that threatens to consume me. As I watch the balloon rise into the sky, I feel a sense of lightness, of freedom. The waterfall washing over the rocks symbolizes the cleansing of my spirit, the washing away of the negative emotions that have weighed me down. This release is a necessary step in my healing journey, allowing me to move forward with a lighter heart. I choose to embrace the future, uncertain as it may be, with courage and an open heart. Standing at the edge of the cliff, looking out at the horizon, I see endless possibilities. The open road stretching into the distance represents the journey ahead, full of unknowns but also full of potential. With each step I take, I am choosing to face the future with bravery, to welcome whatever comes with an open heart and an open mind, knowing that I am worthy of love, of happiness, of a life filled with joy and meaning. As I embrace my loved ones and share moments of joy with them, I'm reminded of my own worth. I deserve to be happy, to experience love and connection, to live a life that is rich with meaning. This knowledge is my anchor, grounding me in the present and giving me the strength to hope for the future.